What up, you guys? I've had a lot of questions about what is bulking. I've been putting it on my Instagram, on my Facebook, and so I decided I might as well make a YouTube video for it. So real quick, I just want to go over what bulking is and why you might want to do it. So bulking is simply just adding surplus of calories. So for example, if your 2,500 calories is where you don't gain any weight, you're happy, you would go to 28 or 3,000 calories. You'd start gaining weight because you're in a surplus, and you'd be lifting weights to gain more muscle. So that's why we do it. That's why we bulk, is so you can gain more muscle. And the reason is because you'll gain more muscle in a shorter amount of time. For example, so they have 3 different kind of bulks. So you have your lean bulk, which usually would be about 300 calories above your maintenance level. So for example, if you're at 25, you would go to 2,800 calories. And then you would do that for so often until your body gets used to it. And then you'd bump up another about 300 calories. And you're just going to keep going with it until you're at your desired weight. But doing this way keeps you a lot more lean. You're not going to gain as much fat with it. But on the other hand, with it, if you're not hitting that 300 every single day, you might not be gaining the maximal muscle that you could be gaining. And so then it brings me to the next one. We have dirty bulk. And dirty bulk gets a lot of attention because you see them eating ice cream, you see them eating burgers, french fries, pizza, whatever they want. And I do not recommend this way. There's some guys I know who do it and they have some success with it, but what it is that they just eat whatever they want, have a huge surplus. But the reason I am against this way is because you're just eating whatever you want. So your carbs, your proteins, your fats aren't in check, so they're everywhere, and so you're just gaining a bunch of fat, really. Yes, you're getting a calorie surplus. Yes, you're getting probably the levels you somewhat need. But with that, you're going to put on a lot of fat and just not good weight. So by the time you have to go take it all off, you're going to be losing a lot of just extra work that you shouldn't have to even do. And then I just do kind of I call it a regular bulk. When what it is I go about 500 calories above my maintenance level. And I still eat clean food, you know, sweet potatoes, rice, chicken, lean turkey, stuff like that. But eventually, for me, I get so high, I have to take out the vegetables and I have to start adding right now I eat a pound of pasta every single day. I'm about 600 carbohydrates right now a day, and it will just increase from there. So what you do is you're just at your 500 calories. You're gonna stay there. Once you stop gaining weight, so if you've checked after a week, you're not gaining any more, or 2 weeks, you haven't gained any weight, now you need to go up another 500 calories. And with that, you can check it with your proteins, your carbs, and fats. You always want to have them a good ratio, so you're not just gaining pure fat. You know, you always want them in check with each other. So that's the big thing when you're going into a bulk. And so again, the reason you do the bulk is to gain as much muscle in that amount of time. And the reason you're going to gain a little bit of fat. So like I started at 167, I'm currently 185. I'll probably go to 200, and I'll probably get close to about 20% body fat, which in the fitness world, you're a doughboy, you're kind of chubby, but in the everyday world, you look like everybody else. But the reason you would do this is when you gain fat from it, if your calories are in check, your macros are in check, and you're gaining some fat, that means your muscles that you're breaking down in the gym are getting this everything they need. And so all the muscle is getting rebuilt, it's getting brought up bigger, and then everything extra will store as fat. So that's why people do the bulk. You're going to gain some weight. And again, that's why winter time is a very hot time to do it, is because you're not going to be out at the pool. You're not going to be shirtless, and it's okay for people not to see you without a shirt on, and you'll gain some weight. So in the big scheme of things, that's all bulking is just a surplus of calories. But again, you still need to be working out. You still have to try to keep your nutrition somewhat in check. But again, we do it just because we're trying to gain as much muscle in the amount of time. And for example, if you guys would like to see, here's a picture of me at 150 pounds about 2.5 years ago. I started at 150. I wanted to get bigger, so I bulked all the way to 190. So I hit 190 pounds. As you can see, doughboy level. But then when I cut, I hit about 165, and I sat pretty shredded. So that helped me gain a good amount of muscle, and that was in under a year and a half. It was just about a year and a half by the time the pictures were all taken together. And so now I went at 167, and now I will go up to about 200 pounds, and hopefully when I come down after this this bulk, I will sit around 185 is where I'm hoping, 185 to 180. Could be even as low as 175, but again, 10 pounds of muscle in 8 months or 10 months or even a year for someone who's natural and who's been lifting for a while is huge compared to, you know, guys who can just gain muscle like that if they've never lifted before. So that's why you kind of do it, because again, if I did a lean bulk, I would get there, but it would take just a lot more time. So it's for me, it's simple enough to get chubby for a little bit, eat it, not look as good, but then knowing in under a year I'll be right back to where I need to be bigger and probably more conditioned than I want. So that's why you guys bulk. That's what bulking is, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and let me know if you guys have any questions of bulking. Again, I do write plans, so just let me know. Hope you guys have a great week.